In 3, 2, 1.
Beautiful.
You were going to start, Josh.
I thought she was going to start.
You were going to start.
You were going to start.
I was going to start.
We are highly professional
Gosh,
here.
come on.
All right.
I'll start, you guys.
All right.
Rachel, you got us into it.
0 for 1.
Save us.
All right. Take 2.
There we go.
In 3, 2, 1. It's the all-new River Morning Show with Josh, Chad, Hannah, and now the super secret fourth member of the show, at least for a few moments, Rachael Lampa. Welcome.
Hello.
Yay.
Hello.
It is so exciting to talk to you. It's so exciting to have you back on the radio. It's so exciting for all of this to be happening, and we're just thrilled. Thanks for making the time.
Oh man, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thanks for wanting to chat with me.
Yeah.
Thanks for still caring.
So before we go any further, we've got a bunch of things to ask about music. We've got a bunch of things to ask about where you're at in life. But I wanted to start in a super controversial political place.
I have a feeling you don't mean that, but go
Just
for it.
you know me so well already. Pumpkin pie or apple pie?
Ooh, this is a big debate.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't like pie.
Okay, that's okay.
The tables are turned.
No, it's okay. So
Hang up.
Answer out of left field.
Okay, but if I did it, I think I'd go apple pie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's more.
All right.
There's more texture. Like pumpkin pie feels like baby food to me.
Yes.
Okay, then
That is
you are
the-
Team Chad and Hannah. Is what we just learned. Josh is a big pumpkin fan.
Here's the thing. I've not thought of it that way, and you might have ruined something.
Did
for
I
me.
just kill it completely?
I
Or you
don't.
fixed it. I'm not sure.
So
You may have fixed it.
Wow.
if you're not going pie, then what do you go for dessert? Like,
I'm like,
That's true.
get the fruit and vegetables out of my dessert. I'm like, I
Yeah.
just want chocolate and
Yes.
sprinkles and ice cream.
That's amazing.
yeah, that works.
I mean, I feel like that's like a true dessert lover right there. Really.
Yeah.
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 You've inspired us. If nothing else, we feel better about
Yes.
the world right now.
I say I feel like that's a way, like when you get fruit or vegetables in your pie, it's an
Yeah.
easy way to get the pie. So it's easy
Yeah.
way to be like,
That's
"Ah,
true.
I'm
That is
healthy.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. There are games we can
vegan.
play.
Okay. Vegan's a bit of a stretch, but all right.
I love it.
So
that's
we're
great.
so excited that you're back. Like that's just
Aw.
huge. We're thrilled to hear your song Perfectly Loved, and it's stunning and beautiful. Would love to hear about your journey back into music, about the heart behind the song, and then maybe even working with Toby a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's all very intertwined, even with Toby being part of it. It's been a journey trying to like decide if I'm doing music again or what that even means. Like, what is doing music and, and all of that. Mostly, I mean, basically I left my label when I was 21. So from 14 to 21, I was kind of just full on like touring and recording and
Superstar. I mean, let's just say it,
Amazing.
superstar. Yeah.
I do not see it that way, but thank you. Do superstars have plants that are dying right behind them?
Probably.
Apparently they do.
You're
No,
starting a
somebody
new
waters
trend.
those for superstars.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was really burnt out when I was 21. I just kind of I stopped kind of like feeling like I was fueled by like the right things. I think I was so like heavily reliant on like people's opinions and on what I should do, who I should be, what I should do next, the whole thing, that I just like was just kind of needed to like go blank, like just blank slate and take some time to just breathe and find God's voice again. Cause I think it was just all mixed up. It was like everybody's voices were, just not making any sense. So took some time off. I did everything from being a nanny to touring with the Jonas Brothers and Britney Spears as a background singer.
What?
Yes.
That's amazing.
So can you sing the year 3000?
Oh my gosh. I don't even remember songs. Like I honestly
love that Jonas Brothers song.
Oh my gosh. I literally don't even
It's
know
not
that.
surprising.
That's okay.
Not surprising.
I'm a millennial. Let me live.
I love it. I'm an elder millennial, so
Same.
well, yeah. So yeah, and so I knew I wanted to like keep singing. Like singing was the thing that like the first way that I like spent time with the Lord in my life. Like when I was little, I would just sing, and it was always felt like worship, whatever I was singing, even if I was just like goo goo gawing, like I just was always like, I always felt lifted in that moment. And I know that that was, just God's early ways of like speaking to me and being with me. And so being like a background singer was such a healing thing for me, because I was able to like just stand out of the spotlight and just sing oohs and ahs and just do whatever, almost like even just like down to just the words, like not having words at the moment was like, I thought I was like doomed, to like not make music anymore. And really it was like, I just needed to spend time with God again in, in that way that I did in the beginning. So I did a lot of that. I started a nonprofit with my family here in Nashville called People Loving Nashville. And through that, so we serve mostly people that are unhoused and experiencing homelessness, and just people that are kind of in transition. But a big piece of that is actually there's a branch of it that we branched off of with, and it's called the Wild Ones. And we go into the prison.
Wow.
And so I was spending like 3 to 5 days in these women's prisons here in Nashville with Amanda McKeon, who is Toby's wife.
Yes.
And me and her and my sister-in-law and lots of amazing volunteers would go in, and we'd spend all this time with these girls and just kind of build community, learn stories, listen, pray, just whatever needed to happen. And through that, I started to write songs again, unofficially, just in my heart, in my journal. And then really what like got me to, call it music again was my small group. I have a small group here in Nashville. We were just doing our Tuesday night meetup, and Andrew Ripp, who I'm sure is and Ethan Holst, who I wrote this song with also, are both in my small group. How convenient.
Right.
Two of the
It
best
seems like a
musicians
setup.
and songwriters. I know. I know, it's too much. But I was talking about the girls in jail. I was talking about my childhood. And they were like, oh, I think you might still be an artist. I think you need to write that song. And I was like, oh, fine.
Wow.
So we wrote Perfectly Loved. And
wow.
And honestly, that's where it started. It was just like, it wasn't like this big decision of like, I'm coming back. It was just like, this song means so much to me. It means a lot to the girls that I'm singing it to and beyond. So I'm just, I'm pumped to be able to share this song.
What
awesome.
I personally love about the story and the song is that even though it's obvious that you're using your skills and abilities for God, you got to a point where you burn out and you didn't keep trucking. Because I think that's where a lot of people get in danger is when they're burnt out and they just keep going. Yes. And that's when they crash big. And so taking a step back from your calling is a great way to just kind of, like you said, get recentered and refocus on who you are in God's eyes. And all of the other things were still part of God's calling. Absolutely. Just not singing.
Yeah. Not singing the same way. Right.
Yeah. In the same way. Yeah, exactly. It's really, you start to realize like how creative God is, like, like you look back on all these pieces and you're like, why did I do that? Why did I nanny? Why did I do like, like, what was this? Like, was there some holy, like big, picture that I'm supposed to be painting with, with these like seemingly mundane, like, pieces to it of the story. And then you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, those were so huge. I mean, just even like, I'm a mom now, and just even like, those little boys that I nannied and stuff, I still like just like hold all those those moments, and I remember those moments. And so it's been I'm really glad that I had the people around me to be like, yeah, that sounds crazy, but but if God is telling you to step back, then step back. And
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So, question then, as you talk to radio stations and other people, are they taking you in the Wayback Machine? Like, I remember when you did this and that. Like, are people?
I don't talk to other radio stations, guys. I only
Yes. Good. So nobody's done it to you yet. I'm gonna do it.
Snap. All right, so here we go.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, sometimes yes, and
Okay.
it's fun. It's fun. It's great.
Good. So I'm going to see if you remember something. Okay.
no.
So Nashville, I think this was 2001 or 2002. It was the last show that DC Talk performed together, and the
Wow.
three guys split up and they did their own solo show that night too. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh. Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, like, I believe that it happened.
Okay. That's fine.
You're like, it's on brand.
Here's the thing.
For sure.
right.
It's up. Yeah.
I was there. You were
Okay.
there. Stacy Arico was there next to
Okay.
you. And I didn't speak to you guys. It was my friends who had a video camera that Kevin Max took on stage with him. And
no way.
as we're all trying to get it, there's Rachael Lampa trying to yell at Kevin to make sure he knows who to give the camera back to.
Oh.
Yeah. Because
Oh
he's
my
trying to hand
God.
it back and like, oh, Rachel Lampa's she's real nice. She's trying to get our camera back for us. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, that is really funny. And so that is on brand. That is so me, like just getting in everybody's business and being like, oh, I can help. You need me. You guys need me for this moment.
You were front and center. And the other guy that was involved is now on the I think he's on the Today Show. His name's Jeremy Parsons. So if you ever watched that, it was his video camera. So it's like 7 layers of New York celebrities.
Wow.
And we all know somehow, some way.
That's so good. I'm gonna collect that. I'm gonna claim that memory. And
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's yours. I've been waiting 20 years to say thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Josh is
welcome.
out.
That's
Yeah.
right. Bucket list. Check.
That's why I'm here.
There we go.
Now, knowing that we are still just soaking in and loving and embracing Perfectly Loved,
Mhm.
like seriously, we're obsessed with it. So
Oh,
Jesus is working in and through you
Yes.
in that song.
thank you.
Is there, without putting pressure, knowing this is a safe space, are there any hints or little secrets you might want to give away about what may be coming next?
Okay, so well, basically, I am putting something out in a couple months, but it's an actual human being.
That's a
Oh, wow.
I love
it
that.
starts
So
starts as
much.
an EP all the way up to a full length album.
So
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Because of that, we didn't like plan this big like album
Sure.
Mhm.
situation, but we have tons of songs. Basically,
Yay.
Andrew, Rip, and Ethan and I, we have like a whole collection of songs. So we basically have an album's worth of songs,
Yes.
Yeah.
but we haven't called it anything official yet. But more songs will be coming, and eventually it will be a collection of songs.
Oh, so
Yeah.
much to celebrate. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes,
We will hold tightly to this one until you birth something else.
yes.
Your Lord of the Rings lunch is in 15 minutes.
Is that
Josh.
gonna? I don't think it's gonna show on this though.
Ooh.
I
Thanks
hope
for
it doesn't.
calling it out.
No, I'm just saying. If you,
I
hope it doesn't.
What?
I haven't gotten to watch Rings of Power yet. All right.
His computer
my
screen just
gosh.
showed his calendar and it said
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings lunch.
Yeah.
And
And it's distracting me.
Nerd alert.
busted.
Okay.
but it must
That's
be
fine.
acknowledged.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
I
That's
just
so
wanted
good.
I just wanted to make sure that you knew your lunch was happening soon.
Thanks.
So
That's
we
embarrassing.
got to rush her
He's-
off to get your lunch. So
Wow.
He just nerd alerted you.
Yes.
And I did.
Yes.
I nerd alert myself all the time. It's fine.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's
You
good.
shall not
It's
pass.
good.
Whatever. It's fine.
Rachel,
Yeah.
you are such a joy and a blessing, and we are incredibly honored to be able to just
Yeah.
chat with you and to hear a bit of your
Aw.
heart and your journey. And just know that we're rooting for you, no matter what that looks like in the next season, whether it's getting that baby out healthy and raising up
Yeah.
another child of the Lord, or that
Yes.
album release. We are praying and rooting for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so honored that you guys would be listening again, and just that that people are on board and connecting, and just seeing, I just love when people can see themselves in songs
Yep.
and see themselves in the story of that God is unfolding for like his children together. And so
Yes.
thank you for helping that happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was, I think, a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The song is
oh,
so good. So we're excited for it.
Thank you so much.